just wanna win on the low, low. Ask me where I've been, I said don't know. You making demands, I said whoa, whoa. She wanna be friends, I said no, hey, yeah, whoa. My soul is stuck between dark and the light, it's like playing some musical chairs. They kicked me out, so I started a life, made a bag that was bigger than theirs. I win and I lose and I win and again, I can see why they think that's unfair. We put in the work and we making them bends, to be honest, I don't really share. You run with hitters, I don't understand. You killing good people, that wasn't the plan. Round up the game, come get your mans. He's selling his soul for a couple of bands. I opened his eyes, lifted a hand. As far as you see, this is all in my land. Cause I've been through hell, then I came back. That's the one reason I don't give a damn. Whoa, devil knocked and I buzz him in. This is life with the son of man. Poured a drink, half a dozen in. Threw my head for a sudden spin. Sad story with my violin. All these problems start to pile in. All these peasants.
Oh yeah, what up, beaches? We about to get started right now. Here we go. Sunday Funday, Q&Anus. Get your cues ready. We are getting it on. Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1122 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches? What's up, booshes? What's up, busters, hustlers, and the hoes? What's good on a Sunday sleevening, a Sunday sleevening in June? So we're busting a nut into June right now. Super cool, I guess. It's actually the opposite of super cool. It's super hot as fucking goddamn hell, but that's what you get for living in the tropics. So I digress. Welcome everyone to 1122. Welcome to the Sunday Funday Q&Anus. So we will get right into it. You can ask your questions. I'm fielding tons of questions. A lot of you have been asking questions on Instagram stories. I'm answering a lot of them, and I was adding them to my highlight reel, but apparently you can only have 100 highlights in a highlight reel. So I guess I have to stop doing that. I can't share them and save them, but I will keep on posting those stickers in my IG story. So keep on asking your questions all the time. But let's do some Funday Q, and I'll give you the A. You give me the Q, I'll give you the A. I did a leg workout. So here's the deal. While the questions come in and while you're asking, let me just give you a breakdown of my fucking day. Some weird shit on the interwebs. YouTube wouldn't let me upload a video, wouldn't let me save a video, wouldn't let me post a video. So this is like the only day in the past freaking couple months that I've missed a day on YouTube for posting. I really wanted to. I had the video all done. It was a chest and back workout. So it's a new training vlog. So that will be up tomorrow. I'll make sure that goes up. I guess it's good for a Monday. It's good for a Monday start, but I wanted it up today and it wouldn't let me post it. So I was like, fuck it. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock. And I'm like, damn, I wanted to get this video up earlier. So I will post that tomorrow. I'll post that tomorrow, and got a lot of great content coming this week. And for those of you that aren't plugged into Swolenormous X, you can check out the site. Don't forget the Gain Train blog. So you have free workouts, got some nutrition content. Those of you that ask a lot about the elimination diet and you're asking about glute activation and stuff, like there's stuff on the blog. So make sure you go check that out. The workout, for example, the first one that I did on YouTube the other day, not the first one, but the first one I've done in recent times, it was an arm workout, and that's also on the Gain Train blog. So you'll see these workouts pop up also on the Gain Train, and it'll break down the workout. So it lists the exercises down in addition to having the video. So for those of you that watch the video, oh, cool, that's interesting, I want to go do it. You can go to the Gain Train blog and check out the actual workout so you can get some more context. So it just kind of fills in the gaps and gives you a little bit more context of the actual workout. So go check that out too. So you want to pair those up. You want to pair the YouTube with the Gain Train blog. And you could also subscribe to the Gain Train blog. So when I post a new article, a new video, a new drop, whatever, I drop shit on the fucking blog, you'll get notified. So that's cool. Did legs ignite this afternoon? Fuck yeah, bro. Leg day for me too. I recorded. I've been on a fucking tear with content. I got some more training stuff. And those of you that are in Swolenormous X, here's some more news. So tomorrow, accountability meeting for Swolenormous X. There's going to be a brand new YouTube. I said the wrong thing. It's not the YouTube video. It's a new yoga class, y'all. We have a brand new yoga class tomorrow dropping in Swolenormous X. So it's going to be a level 2 flow, and it's fucking bomb nuts. It's bomb nuts. So those of you that are X members are going to get a brand new yoga class. Super sweet. And that's going to drop tomorrow. And I'll talk more about that and let you all know the dealio in the accountability meeting. Time to feast. Catch the Q&A later. Fuck that. You don't deserve to catch it later. If you're leaving, you're here now. Come on, feast. Why can't you feast and enjoy the Q&A? Same time. Same, but different. Same, but different. Ooh, same, but different. Does your dad have gains like you? No, I have more gains, but he's in great shape. He does all my programs and stuff. He's in Swolenormous X. He's in good shape. Grandpapa Swolio. If I'm Papa, he has to be Grandpapa. Is it bad to lift with a hangover? It's bad to get a hangover to begin with. Silly goose. I guess we're getting some interruptions with the streaming. So if it interrupts, just deal with it. Or you can come over on Instagram. We're good here. Let's see. Like the real questions. How long does your yoga routine have to be to get the benefit? What do you mean? In a session? It doesn't have to be long. You want it to be consistent. You just don't want to do yoga once a week for like 10 minutes. So a yoga class is usually 60 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes like it's 60 minutes. It's in 90 minutes. Sometimes it's 90-minute class, but you can do shorter classes. So for example, those of you that are Swolenormous X members, we have a variety. So I teach some classes and I call them Swolga, Swole Yoga, Papa Swolio, Swolenormous Yoga. So I teach them and I usually keep my classes like 20, 30, 40 minutes because I want to get some mid-range classes because not everyone has time to do a 60-minute class or a 65, 70-minute class. That can be a little bit too much for some people. And not everyone likes to do a 60-minute class. You could do half of it, but it's kind of like psychologically, it's to not complete the class. I'll do half. You're like in the middle because the whole flow, if it's a 60-minute class, is designed to kind of go full circle in that 60 minutes. So you're missing that ramp down. But if you're doing like a 20, 30-minute class, you get the whole circle of life. You get that all in the 20, 30 minutes. So I teach some shorter classes. We have a bunch of awesome instructors that do longer classes. I also do Swollen 7, so we have 7-minute mobility workouts, and they're going to be more strength components, like for traveling for short periods of time. So in Swolenormous X, we eliminate all the excuses. So if you don't have time, that's not an excuse. You have all the stuff that you need to be efficient and be proactive with your recovery, with your training in X, no matter what time frame you have. I think that's important. I think it's important to understand that you can make progress even if you don't have a lot of time. Would you join Gymshark or Alpha Elite? No, I would not. Do you recommend running before or after a workout or both? Neither. Like I don't really recommend running. Look, running is okay. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't be running. I like sprinting more. I like higher intensity, like interval type stuff or shorter bursts. When it comes to running, I think you need to really have good running form. It should be done barefoot or with minimalist shoes on the balls of your feet. It shouldn't be like improper running form, heel to toe. If you're doing heel to toe, this is just my opinion, but if you're doing heel to toe, you should never fucking do that, period. So if that means you're running heel to toe, then no, you shouldn't be running, period. You should be running with good form. A lot of people run in both ways, barefoot running, and they run heel to toe, which is just fundamentally bad form, but bad form can lead to an overuse injury because you're moving improperly. So you don't want to be moving poorly. Does my Fitbit count calories accurately? I'd be hard pressed to say yes. How accurate could it actually be, and why does it fucking matter? Fitbit. I laugh at those things. It's like, come on, you need a fucking little thing saying, oh, you burned this many calories. It's like, so what? Who cares? When do you actually need to fucking know that? Do you really need to know that? You can't just figure that out by, oh, am I gaining weight? Am I losing weight? You can save yourself a lot of money and time, not worry about how many steps you took today. Just go fucking train. Go fucking train. Don't worry about how many steps you took. A lot of caffeine today. A lot of caffeine. And the heat. Oh my God, the heat. It just gets me fucking amped. I love it. I love it. Love the evening cast, fam. Cutting a flow short is no bueno. See, I'm telling you, people don't like to cut the flow short. I hear you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's see here. I have a cage. Okay, Joe Smith on Facebook. I have a cage with bars and weights that I built at home, and I could do almost everything I can at a gym. Should I cancel my gym membership? I don't know, man. Do you want to? If you have do you like to work out at home over your gym memberships? That's a silly question. If you could do almost everything, then either you cancel it or you don't cancel it. I would always, for me, even if I built out a home gym, I would still have a gym membership because sometimes you just want to get out of the house or do different things, or you want to do some different equipment, or you want to shake things up with the environment. What up, Instagram? What we got over here? Oh, we're doing Q&A. Oh, I didn't pin that, so everyone's coming in. No one knows what the fuck is going on. All right, Q&A, ask your questions on Instagram. You got questions, all questions get answered for the most part. If you're just asking jabroni questions, I'll probably ignore them. Favorite type of seafood? I love oysters. Ooh, oysters, sardines are great. I don't think about it as favorite, like, oh, I love the taste. I eat the healthy shit, but I love fucking raw oysters. Raw oysters. I love it. I love it. I love it. Facebook with Skippy. I get it. I know. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I can't control what they do. What is a good, accurate way to calculate basic caloric needs? Looking to dial in getting a slight surplus for gains. Cool. Pick a certain amount, eat it, and then gauge your weight loss or weight gain and see if you need to eat more or less. That's the best way to just fucking figure out what you're doing now and then adjust accordingly. It's so simple. A lot of people are asking about, this happens all the time. People ask how many calories they should be eating, and I ask, well, how many are you eating now? Oh, well, I don't know. Figure out, how much are you eating now? Are you gaining or are you losing? If you're maintaining, okay, there you go. You got your maintenance. You're going to, when you're hungry, if you're eating real food, when you're hungry, you're going to eat. When you're full, you're going to stop. That's your body's way of maintenance. Your body does not, and I will repeat this a couple times if you need me to, your body does not want to gain. Your body doesn't want to lose. When you're full, your body is telling you, okay, we're good. We can maintain here. Your body always wants to maintain. Always wants to maintain. Always wants to maintain. It gets used to where it is. Your body doesn't care about having abs. Your body doesn't care about your fucking wedding coming up. Your body doesn't give a shit. Your body is going to adapt the way it's going to adapt to the stress you're putting it under. I love your workout videos. Sorry, they go underrated. Thank you, D2H. Could you upload a video doing a Murph? No, I have no interest in doing that. But thank you. I appreciate it for your interest in my workout videos. There are more coming. John Roach 21. I try to avoid the gym at all cost. My gym is in a small town. A couple guys trying to promote 5% supplements and the gear in there the whole time. Oh, I get you. All right, then don't go to the gym. You answer your own question there, bro. Oh, is this a different, that was a different person. What's up, Chase? What's up, my man? What's good? How do you train through an injury, specifically a stress fracture? You don't. You heal your stress fracture. You stay off of it. You heal it. Heal. What's really good coming off an injury or working through it is modifying yoga as much as you need to, because it's low impact. It'll take you through good range of motion. One of the things that you can be aware of, if it's for a lower body stress fracture, do some glute activation. You can do a lot of glute exercise without loading the lower body. Let's say you hurt your ankle. You can do some glute activation exercises without putting pressure on your ankle, and that's usually good. If you hurt your foot or your shin or something like that, you're going to change how you walk, which can have implications long down the road. If you have improper gait, it'll fuck your body up. Shrimpies with a butter of garlic? No, shrimp is child seafood. Children. Shrimpies. Well, good source of iodine, right? Iodine, that's right. What do you recommend for improving proprioception? Yoga. When's the last time you had an unhealthy meal? The other night, I went out for sushi and I had like a Thai donut. It was just like, ugh, super fucking, I had, you know what I'm talking about? It's like the fluffy dough. Oh, I feel like shit. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I haven't had something like that in a while. Ugh, yeah, ugh. Like no desire for it. I would rather come home and pound watermelon. It was just one, but yeah, it's just, it doesn't do anything for me. I know why people like it. It tastes like fucking hyper sweet, but I'd rather eat. Here's one of the things I really encourage all of you to do. If you're eating healthy and you're eating real food, for example, a lot of you know I fucking love watermelon. I fucking love watermelon. If you're eating, or frozen fruit, berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, if you enjoy the food you're eating, I say just fucking eat it. I don't measure my watermelon intake. If I want to eat half a watermelon, I eat a half a fucking watermelon like a fucking boss. If I want to eat a watermelon, I'll eat a whole watermelon. It's one serving. What fruit? The ultimate fruit. It comes in its own fucking bowl. How courteous. Thank you, watermelon, for coming with silverware. Fucking just comes in a bowl. It's amazing. I don't control my caloric intake when it comes to healthy food. My healthy food that's good for me. I don't control it. I don't worry about that shit. I train hard and I fucking eat. I get my shit done. That's it. And of course, if you're more advanced, if you've been doing this as long as I have, you're going to know when you need more of certain things. I mean, you adjust and you work towards it. If you're brand new and you're like, oh, he says don't count calories, I'll eat whatever I want. Not the right approach from the start. You should be doing an elimination. You should be figuring some of these things out. And it's always good to calculate to get an idea. Oh, this is this many calories. Cool. But people get really fucking locked. People get locked on counting calories and those numbers. It's not the be all end all. It's not the most important thing when it comes to your fitness, and people just put all the fucking stress and all the importance on that. It's not a good look. It's not natural. It's not natural to fucking count and measure and all that stuff. Why anus? Why the fuck not? Q&A is boring. Q&A is for jabronis. It's all about the anus here. You got Q's? I got anus for you. I know exactly how many calories I'm eating, all of them. You have to say that with Arnold's voice. I know exactly how many calories I'm eating, all of them. Yeah, I get pumped. Yeah. If your significant other has gained weight and they want to lose the weight, would you stick around to help them lose it or bail because the attraction is gone? What? If they want to lose the weight, then if you like the person, you fucking help them lose the weight. I don't know, in this psychological imaginary relationship. I don't know. If you don't like the person, then it doesn't matter if they gain weight or not. Let's see what we got here. You're all about yoga, but how do you feel about Ramwad? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What's a Ramwad? Is that it's a CrossFit thing. That's a CrossFit thing. It's mobility shit. I'm sure it's fine. What do I feel about it? I don't know any details about it, though. Just because you know about it doesn't mean I know about it. There's so much shit out there. There's so many things. There's so many things. So many things. So many things. Sean, what up, brother? When doing dumbbell pullovers, is there any difference between laying on a bench or going across it on the side? Oh, side. Always go across that bench. Don't lay on top of the bench. No, you're going to fall off. You're going to arch your back like crazy, like in a bad way. Yeah, there's no leverage. See, Sean, you wouldn't have a question like this if YouTube didn't fuck me up and not allow me to upload my video earlier, because my chest and back workout that I have ready, which will be posted tomorrow morning, has dumbbell pullovers at the end. So you'll see how I do them. I just spit out my coffee laughing. Why would you waste it? Why would you waste it? I'd love to rom your wad. You fucking watch your mouth. You watch your fucking mouth. You watch your fucking mouth, boy. Before I come down there and show you what it's like. Should I just read questions with just random accents? Question from Robbie875. On chest day, I seem to be working more shoulders. Is it my form or what am I doing wrong? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Working more shoulders. It's your form. It's your form. It's the muscle activation. It could be a bunch of things. It could be your shoulder balance, your posture. It could be the lack of activation in your shoulder girdle, your stabilizers, your rhomboids, middle and lower traps. You're not opening up your chest enough. You could be collapsing your elbows and pushing more with your shoulders and your triceps. I couldn't say just from that, but yeah, I mean, it's form. Is it my form or what am I doing wrong? Well, that's form. but it's also how you're preparing and how you're thinking about your chest workout. So I can't give you specifics because that's a general question, but that's probably what I would suspect. Broken Bars on Instagram. Does it matter if you do mobility-based yoga before or after the workouts? Good question. If you're doing it before, make sure it's dynamic. So any kind of mobility activation is great before. I wouldn't do static stretching before a strength training, before a workout. Like get your heart rate up, do some kind of like general cardio. Maybe some of you like to jump rope. Some of you like, I go on the step mill. I do some Instagram stories and stuff when I'm warming up sometimes. So I like to warm up 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'll answer DMs, I'll text, I'll post something, I'll listen to music or a podcast. I get my heart rate up, get some sweat going, and then I'll do my activation, stabilization, mobility, warm up, maybe do some upward, downward dog, a little mini yoga flow. Whatever, it depends on what I'm doing that day. So you go from a general warm up to more of a specific warm up. So you start with getting your heart rate up, kind of priming your body, sympathetic nervous system turning on. You're getting your body into training mode. You're thinking about it, kind of assessing how you feel. That's what I like about the step mill, because it's that movement where you're using your glutes, you're tracking through. It's very much like a squat, like a lunge. You're going upstairs, right? So I use that to gauge, how's my knees feel? How's my back feel? How's everything feel? Do I want to go heavy? Do I want to go hard? Because sometimes I'll get on there, I'm like, oh, fuck. And it's a leg day and I just feel achy. I'm like, all right, I'm doing some stabilization. I'll do some more mobility. I'll do some more range of motion, some multi-planar movement. Like I need to mobilize more than like, hey, I need to crush and do some fucking deadlifts. But sometimes I'm up there, I'm like, yeah. Gonna pump. And I want to go super heavy. So I use the warm up as like a gauge of what I'm going to do that day. I don't depend on, okay, I said I was going to do deadlifts, so I'm doing deadlifts. I mean, if I don't feel like it, I won't fucking do it. Can't force me. Can't force me, Mom. What do you do when your sleep schedule gets out of whack? You get it back on. You get it in whack. Read any good books lately? I listen to podcasts. Just whenever I can. Read any good books? No, I don't really sit down and read. I like to read. It's cool, but it takes too much time. And that's just the honest truth. I mean, audiobooks are better. You're an omniscient beast, Papa. You know everything. I do not know everything. Fuck no, I don't know everything. Happy Pride Month, Papa. What's that? Gay month? Rainbow month? Is that what it is? Cool. Whatever floats your boat. There's every month or every day, everyone's got a fucking holiday. Every time, everything is a month. Everything is a celebration of something. It's like, Jesus Christ, everyone needs attention. Everyone. You know, it's funny. There's no White History Month. There's no like White Acceptance Day. That's what we should have. We should have a holiday for white males. A holiday for white guys. Oh yeah, that'd be popular. I guess it's every day in between all these other holidays. I'm just kidding. You believe whatever you want to believe. I don't care. There's just a fucking holiday for everything. If it's not a holiday, it's something we have to observe. It's technically Pet Appreciation Week. Pet Appreciation Week. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is that? That's what social media has done. The whole hashtag culture, thanks Twitter, the whole hashtag culture just perpetuated all these days. Everything's trending. You have like Grandparents' Day, and then you have your pet day and your best friend day. It's like, what the fuck? People always like message me and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Go live your life. Stop living in a bubble. What the fuck are you talking about? Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and 4th of July and fucking Valentine. The major holidays are enough of a life fuck. We don't need all these little sub holidays. National Swole Day every day. Mike, I like what you're putting down. I'm digging it. Mike Lanham has it figured out. That's not true. If you're calling white appreciation Nazi, that's completely not true. You can be happy for who you are. What's weird, what's interesting is like you have pride for who you are. It's like, I didn't choose being a white guy. It's not my fault. Ain't my fault for being light-skinned. I tan well. Is there any crappy food you miss? I love chicken wings. I still love them. It's just usually the sauces will just jack my world up. One of the things about cheating, if you're eating really healthy and you have really good gut health, is your body is more prepared to handle other foods. But when I was traveling, I traveled, when was this? A few months ago when I went to Ohio. Fucking blew my asshole out on the way there and on the way back because both times, I know, mistake, I had coffee in the airport. It wasn't Starbucks. It wasn't like a brand name. It was like one of the coffees was from some restaurant. It was like one of those self-serve things. Big mistake. And another one was from like one of those pretzel places like Aunt Annie's or something like that, or a Cinnabon or something like that. Big mistake. Like a couple days before and after, it was just, I had to link it to the coffee because that's the only thing that I had when I was going there and coming back. That was not a good idea. So from now on, no coffee. It's got to be brand name. Maybe Dunkin' Donuts or something. Maybe Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks I can get away with. I don't know. Sometimes when you go and do these things in an airport, it's just the airport quality. You get that aspect of it. It's not like real Starbucks or real Dunkin' Donuts. It's airport Dunkin' Donuts or it's airport Starbucks. People just give that much less of a shit because, the person's not going to come back and complain about their coffee. They're leaving anyway. They're going fucking home or they're flying away. So you're not going to have customer complaints. Give them the old roast, I smash watermelon too. Add a little cinnamon if I'm feeling it. Oh, you put cinnamon on your watermelon? Why would you ruin it? Stop ruining something that's perfect. No. Yo, Papa, how often do you eat candles and cakes? Candles? To maintain your shape and kill the will. What the fuck is a candle? Oh, candies. Oh, God, I'm blind as shit. See how that could have gone off the rails? Candies and cakes. How often do you eat candies and cakes? I don't. I haven't had, people always mention Sour Patch Kids. I haven't had those in like 2 years. Maintain my shape. That's the last thing I'm concerned with. But I eat, look, if I want something sweet, I pound watermelon. I'll have watermelon or I eat my frozen fruit bowl. I told you, it's a great, it's great. It's great. How do you keep up with training when traveling? Either I don't and I focus more on mobility and yoga, or I go to the gym and I train. You know, if you're traveling a lot, it depends on what the priority is. But it's a good time to focus more on mobility. Whenever you travel, you just get super stiff. But it's really good to help reset your clock and get focused to like get off the plane and go to the gym right away. Don't even go to your hotel or where you're going. Just go to the gym, fucking get a pump, and then kind of helps you reset and settle in. It's very easy to like travel and just, get so stiff and just fucking throw you off your game. Yeah, candles, just eating candles. Any kids in 10 years? I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to make that quote decision. I'm not sure if it's really necessary. I kind of like to be able to do things. So not sure if I'm down with that or interested. We'll see. Maybe if I can make enough money and have some nanny raise the child for me. I'm just fucking with you. I'm not that white. Come on. I'd raise my own kids. Be swole. Range of motion workout of the day. Oh, is that what that was? Cool. The heat is killing me. Me too. Favorite Metallica song? Metallica's great. I don't know what the title is. Metallica's good though. I'm just going through some Instagram, sliding down a little bit. Let's see. Just started following you. I love that you keep it real, no BS. Thank you. I appreciate that. In terms of BS, I try not to give you BS, at least from my perspective. I'm not going to talk about things I don't know about. You all know that already. If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. If I have experience, I'll tell you my experience. If I have really strong advice, this is all still my opinion, my experience, my education, but it's, a lot of this is what I do in the gym, or it's what's been applied and what I know works or what I know doesn't work or what I do like or what I don't like. But just because I don't like something doesn't mean that you shouldn't like it or that won't work for you. And just because I don't go and destroy myself with cardio all the time doesn't mean that you can't or you shouldn't or you wouldn't like it. I mean, you're a different person than me. You don't have the same beard I do. You don't have the same hair I do. I mean, it's just the way it is. Candles. Yeah, no, stop eating candles. Who the fuck is it? That's going to be a running joke. Candies. I can't believe I couldn't see that. I couldn't see the space. That's how you're getting old. I need to get prescriptions in my aviators. Couldn't see the space between the line and the dot. Candles. I picture someone imagining me just fucking like eating candles like I'm fucking getting yoked. Eating fucking wax. What do you think about grapes? I'm a green grape addict. I like grapes. They're probably sprayed to shit with tons of pesticides and stuff, but I feel like grapes give me gas. I feel like grapes don't digest really well for me, but I love grapes. I love frozen grapes. Frozen grapes are the shit. Can you tell I live in the South? Anything cold is great. Frozen fruit, frozen grapes, watermelon, whatever hydrates me and helps me stop sweating profusely or gives me some electrolytes back in the system is a good thing. Do you buy your fruit already frozen? Yeah, I get the like organic fruit, the frozen fruit, raspberries, blackberries. No, I don't buy them first and freeze them. That'll get weird. You always preface with, in my opinion, respect. Thank you. Well, I try to. If not, it's still my opinion. I'm a bearded dude that you found online that's talking about shit. I'd like to help you, but if I can't, I'm not going to fucking tell you something that might get you hurt. It's hard to give detailed advice or real specific advice because sometimes the questions that I get aren't specific enough, or they'll ask a good question, but it's a good question in context for all the other things going on in that person's life or programming that I have no idea about. Because sometimes when you ask a question, the person doesn't necessarily know what additional information to give. Plus, if you write 4 paragraphs, I'm not going to read the question. That's another thing. If you write a fucking long, like your life story, I don't have time to read through all those. So if you ask a question, if you keep it nice and tight like a toiga, tight like a nun, just fucking lay it on it. I can get to it better. I can answer it more directly. How much sleep do you usually get, and do you usually go to bed at the same time every night? No, I wish. I shouldn't say I wish. As much as I prioritize my sleep and I talk about sleep, I'm the first to admit that my sleep is not perfect. But what I am doing now is I'm not sacrificing my sleep. What I did when I started Swolenormous, of course, like anytime you're at the very beginning, and I still am, in terms of the business and, what we're doing here. But when I was really starting, I was going to sleep super late because I was uploading tons of videos and I wasn't as efficient. I'm much better at organizing. I'm much better at editing. I'm much better at uploading. I'm much better at, I know what kind of content I want to do. At the beginning, I was just doing everything and uploading fucking so much stuff every day on YouTube. It was just ridiculous. So I was going to sleep late and then getting up super early, and I was burning the candle at both ends. There's that candle again. But now if I go to sleep late, I sleep later. I don't fucking, go on 3 hours of sleep. I don't do that anymore. So I might feel kind of like, you might, if I wake up at 8 or 9 or 10 or something, or if I go to sleep super late and I sleep in even later, it doesn't mean I'm going to feel good. I might be like, groggy, but I got the sleep at least. I got recovery. But it's always better. I prefer getting up early. I prefer going to sleep earlier, but it's already 9 o'clock. I still got to fucking walk the dog. I got to eat. I got to shower. I want to go in the sauna. Yeah, it's another later evening or, whatever. But I do my best. What's your favorite dessert? I like my frozen berries or watermelon. Hey, Papa Swole, any recommendations for improving the front squat? I feel like I'm getting a lot of stress on my wrist and fingers. Forearm flexibility, thoracic spine mobility. You can also cross your arms across. You can also put straps around the bar and hold it like this. It's hard to explain, but you can Google that too. So everyone does front squats differently. I like to go like this. Sometimes I don't put the whole hand there. I'll just do like 2 fingers. I did them today. So it's all about that thoracic mobility and getting and unlocking your scapula and getting those arms forward. So if your lats are really tight, you're not really getting your middle and lower traps. It's going to be really hard for you to press your scapula to get your elbows up. but you might just like a different position. Iago, by the way, I never do cardio. I don't feel like I need to. Is that a problem? I train my whole body, but not cardio. Is it a problem? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, if you don't do cardio, you're going to die earlier. I mean, it's good to train everything. It's good to train all aspects of your body, but I don't believe that, hey, you don't have to be able to run a marathon to have good cardiovascular capacity. So for me, I mean, I walk the dog. I'm moving a lot. I walk the dog. I'm going in the sauna. Not that that's cardio, but I'm stretching my body's capacity. I walk up and down several flights of stairs regularly. I don't take the elevator. I do my warm up at the gym. So I don't do cardio, but I'll go on the step mill for sometimes 20 minutes before I work out, just very like low speed, 5 or 6, but I'm sweating like a fucking beast. Like I'm getting my heart rate up. But I don't necessarily do, if I did, it would be like sprints and stuff like that. But I don't want to say it's required, but I think you should have, I think there is, whatever that is for you, I think there should be a cardiovascular adaptation component. Like you shouldn't ignore it, but do you have to be like training cardio regularly and have a cardio day? No, you don't. Everyone's different with that. What are your thoughts on sleeping on the floor? It's fucking awesome. I do it. Just get a pad. You can use a mattress topper. You can get a futon topper. There's beds that are designed to be on the floor. I think it's the best. I do it. I don't like mattresses. Do you eat honey? Yeah, maybe like raw honey. Sometimes if you have trouble sleeping at night, sometimes a tablespoon of honey before bed can help. Because sometimes you have like glucose dumps in the middle of the night and your brain kind of like wakes up. So if you're having trouble sleeping through the night, sometimes a tablespoon of honey before bed, raw honey, not like shit fucking honey. Sometimes that can help. Kimberly, when doing squats, my right knee wants to turn inward. I had an ankle injury years ago. Do you think that has anything to do with it? Fuck yeah. Probably your hips too. Absolutely. If you have limited dorsiflexion in your ankle, and if you have limited mobility, absolutely. Your body is trying to find ways to get lower with the squat because it can't get it from the ankle mobility. So the best thing to do would be to work on your ankle mobility. You can work on your glute activation, your gluteus medius, work on those hip abductors, do some lateral tube walking, do some ankle mobility, like really, get one of those bands, a TheraBands, and really do some blood flow work down to the anterior tibialis and the posterior tibialis, and a bunch of corrective exercises that I can only just talk about, not demonstrate here. But yeah, it absolutely can have everything to do with it. Skin of sweet potato. Yes. Love it. Skin of sweet potato. Yes. Yes. Skin. Eat the skin. Like if you're going to eat a human being, if you're going to eat a human, eat the skin. Eat the skin of the human too. If you're truly a cannibal, you gotta fucking eat the skin. Did I just say that out loud? Yeah, I fucking meant it. Nah, I don't eat people. Yet, it's not socially acceptable. Christy, real life. Freaking keyboard. How detrimental is it to eat way under your daily calories if you are already in a deficit? I find that I may not be hungry enough to eat all my protein and end up 200 calories less. Way under? 200 calories less? As opposed to what? If you're less than 200 calories, then you're going to lose. How detrimental? If you're not getting enough calories in, you might not be getting enough of the micronutrients in. Everyone's always so focused on macronutrients. The problem with extremely low calorie diets is you're not getting enough volume in to sustain your activities or to give you enough micronutrients and minerals and shit. How much daily sun exposure is healthy in your opinion? I think it's very important. If I don't get sun, I feel fucking depressed. And I say depressed very loosely. I just feel like, groggy. It's a low mood or low energy. I love getting sun. I'll take my shirt off when I walk the dog. But living in Florida, I mean, a few minutes, like 10, 20 minutes is enough. If you're just sitting outside cooking, you're just roasting yourself. I think sun's excellent. That's why people that maybe have chronic depression or seasonal affective disorder or seasonal fucking sad shit, whatever it is, someone else can put that in the comments, but seasonal depression or whatever it is, right? So, or climates or areas where there's not a lot of sun or it's dark 23 hours a day. I know a lot of people get prescribed maybe some face tanning. They go to tanning booths and things like that to stimulate energy and emotion and, you know, your mental health. If I butchered so much there, but I think you get it. Seasonal affective disorder. There you go. Did I say that? I think I might have said that. Forget. Maybe I was close. Do you incorporate any herbal teas? Yeah, I like herbal tea. I like teas. I get those like yogi teas or those from the supermarket, but I like teas at night. Should I take BCAAs? Oh, come on, Brad. You know better. Trolling me. You can if you don't like your money in your wallet. How often do you eat candles? What are good ways or tips to improve posture? I practice yoga 3 days a week and it helps, but wondered about more. Corrective exercise, depending on what things you need to work on for your posture. Cobras, things are great for middle lower traps, posterior rotator cuff. Depends on what postural issues you're trying to improve. Let's see what else we got here. Do you think the alpha male trope is bullshit? I just don't care. I don't even want this thought in my head. Like, if alpha males exist, I don't know. What are you listening to Joe Rogan's podcast or something? Where do you come up with these questions? Will Spray. How long do you cool those sweet potatoes for resistant starch benefits? I just cool them. I cool them down. I mean, I cook them and then I put them in the fridge. I mean, you can let it go. You can let it just go to room temperature. But usually when I cook them, I put them in a container and put them in the fridge and then I eat them. I appreciate that. That's a compliment. I love Joe Rogan's podcast. I like those kinds of conversations. And that it's a good thing to recommend to people, because when you hear because of all the different guests and a lot of things that you can learn will get you down a road. So if you hear a guest on anyone's podcast that you like, you know, people go on different people's podcasts, just like it's like a collab, right? You get access to their audience. You talk about the book you just wrote or this or whatever. So once you like someone, you're like, oh, cool, they wrote a book. Go check it out. Like, that's a great way. Go an audio book, and then you can go and get that, and then you can take it further and go down that rabbit hole. So it's good to expose yourself to different ideas, and whether or not you believe, just keep an open mind. That's what's most important. You don't have to believe everything everyone says. There's some fucking nut jobs that, for example, in terms of guests that he has on his podcast, but it's great to get a different perspective. And you know what's interesting with any of these long form conversations, whatever you're listening to, usually the podcasts that are just the ones that you think you're not going to like with anyone, right? When it's just a long conversation, or it's not like these, like, you know, real short, cool videos. There are a lot of these little juicy nuggets that you'll find in some of these longer form that come out, but you wouldn't know unless you listened to 2.5 hours of it. So sometimes you could be surprised by what you learn from someone that you would never listen to. Like, I don't want to hear what that person has to say. Oh, I'm not interested in music, or I'm not interested in surfing, or I'm not interested in biology. Like, I'm going to skip that one. But it's still a person. It's still a human being that's their profession. And they might say something that really helps you with your fitness or with your life. And you never know what you're going to hear. So it's cool. Oh, why, thank you. Why, thank you. Let's see here. Should I do Swole? Elvin Guzman. Swole, I do yoga because of you, and now I know how much I need it. Preach. Yo. Everyone. You don't understand what I'm saying when I keep on telling you do yoga, start practicing yoga. You don't understand until you do it. You have to do it to understand. Gotta bounce, but love the Q&Anuses, Papa. Thank you. I know you all love some good anus, and I'm just happy to deliver some good Sunday anus. Can we get some more podcasts with guests in the future? Yeah, it's possible. Well, I have like some people lined up to do. It's just my schedule. I'm not making excuses, but I'm focused on so many things. It's just like, okay, honestly, it's me getting it up. That's what she said. It's me actually getting the podcast online. That is just really my top priority. So scheduling, it's like sometimes I need to be really more flexible during the day, and setting an appointment for someone to do a podcast can just throw a wrench in. So sometimes it's more stress than I really want in a day. But of course, there's going to be a lot more. There's a lot more of everything coming. Everything that you've liked on my channel, I never forget anything. Like there's going to be more of every type of video on YouTube, and there'll be more guests, there'll be more stuff. This is it's episode 1122. It's so many fucking episodes, but we're just getting started. So this is going to keep on evolving and changing. So yes, in other words, in the short answer, yes. Do you break form at the end of a heavy set to get a couple extra reps for the push? Depends. There's cheat reps. You can cheat properly. But there's breaking form and risking injury, and there's like swinging a little bit just to get the bar up to do a couple negatives for like a barbell curl. Some exercises you can kind of cheat a little bit and it's safer. Some exercises, like once you kind of get fatigued, just fucking end it. You don't want to push it, so it depends. There will be some stuff. I've been talking to Alan. We're gonna be doing some stuff in the future. I can't give you an exact date, but we talk now and again. He's a good guy. I know a lot of you that follow me, follow him, and vice versa. People keep asking about candies or candles. I know you don't count, but how detrimental is it to progress if I end up eating way less? Oh, you already asked that question. Best ways to improve posture. I'm getting like doubles. Getting double questions. Oh, I didn't scroll. Oh man, I'm way behind on Instagram. Sorry. So I missed a bunch of these questions. Have you ever seen those dudes that lift weights with their penis? No. What fucking porn are you listening to, Coffee Inhaler? What are you watching? These dudes that lift weights with their penis. Is that on Pornhub? I haven't seen those yet. Not my first option, to be honest. Been trying to get my husband to do yoga for years, and he's finally considering because of you. I don't give a fuck as long as he does it, so thank you. Look, he's the one that's going to be benefiting from it, so it's his loss if he doesn't do it, and it's his gain if he does it. So I hope that he does. I love I think that's my favorite thing, to get DMs from those of you that are like, they practice yoga. You're like, holy shit, I just tried yoga because I've been hearing you fucking talk about yoga for months, and I finally did it, and I feel so much better. Thank you so much. I'm hooked. That makes me feel the best. To get someone into yoga for the first time, that's amazing, because I know how much it can help someone psychologically and physically. So to get someone into yoga, that's awesome. I like cotton candy candles. Someone's going to hear this podcast and start eating fucking candles. Someone's going to die. Not responsible. Not it. Do you recommend any apps to help fitness goals, to keep track? No, I have no idea about tracking apps no. I don't like, if you're using your phone to track, put your fucking phone down, lift some weights. Look, sometimes I'll answer a message or two between sets, or I'll change the song and stuff like that. But if you're using an app to like, oh, I did 12 reps, get a fucking composition book, write it down, fucking get the energy of a pen, put the phone down, focus. I think that's actually hurting a lot of people's gains, is their phones in the fucking gym. I'm glad I got into fitness before phones were actually functional, when you had a cell phone that just, okay, you dialed numbers like whatever, but you had an MP3 player. That was better. Well, that's what's great about the wireless headphones now, because you can have your phone with you, but it's like you just kind of have it in your bag, and it's kind of like in the area, but you don't have to have it in your hand. What's up, Kit? Should I cut back on my training first, starting elimination diet? Cut back on it depends on what you're doing with your training. The elimination diet, you're going through a lot of changes with the elimination diet. So your body is going to kind of be in maybe like some shock by not having some of the foods that it's used to having. So you definitely don't want to be like doing any kind of like performance training when you're doing the elimination diet. So you might want to do more of like a deloading kind of period where you're backing off, doing more yoga, doing more stabilization work, maybe decrease the volume or the frequency and kind of go by how you feel. The last thing I want you to do is go in and crush it and be training hard and you're doing elimination. You're kind of getting headaches because you're removing some foods and you don't know what it's from. If you're doing an elimination diet, your focus should be on the elimination diet. That's your priority, not your training. Doesn't mean you stop training, but that takes a back seat to focusing on your nutrition. So just make sure you deload and adjust accordingly. Because a lot of people, when they go through the elimination, because you're eating such like just real foods and you're cutting out a lot of other high calorie foods, you might not be getting in as many calories as you think when you first start the elimination. So you want to make sure that you are feeling good before you start like pushing it. There's nothing wrong with just going a little bit slower. That's what she said. Got to be careful. Too many candles may constipate you. Yes, so true. Don't eat candles. My fitness studio promotes barefoot training. It's the best. Good for you. Holy shit. You can train in the gym barefoot. That's like a liability for insurance as far as I'm aware. But that's cool. That's cool. That's what's great. If you have your own home gym, you can do whatever you want. But if you're at a studio and you drop a weight on your foot, did my whole workout barefoot, socks on today and walked around all outside barefoot. Nice getting back to that. You're welcome. Good shit. Are you still running the promo? I don't know if it's active. That one, that the podcast promo for X, I believe, has expired or might expire today, if that's the one that you're referring to. But we still got some summer Swole specials going on. So if you message me, send me a DM, but you might be getting notified. If you're on the email list, there's still a couple days left. It's not porn. It's not porn if you're tying weights to your dick for lifting. Sounds like porn. Some kinky shit. Chicks do it with their Kegels too, a weight inside and a rope. Jesus Christ. How many weeks would you suggest for cutting and bulking before going into maintenance? Depends on how much you're trying to bulk. I don't think people should be doing, I bulked for 3 months and now I'm cutting for 3 months. It's like, most people need to bulk for like years. Depending on how much weight you're trying to put on, how much muscle you're trying to put on, it depends. It really depends how many weeks. For cutting and bulking, it's not about weeks, it's about months. You don't bulk for a couple weeks. You don't cut for a couple weeks. It's a lot different than that. A lot of people think you're, if you're just new to lifting and you're just starting to like lift and put on size, if you bulk for a couple months and then you start cutting, you're going to lose fucking everything you just gained. That's not like the way you should do it. I was trying to bulk up and put on size for years. You don't have to do it dirty. I think you should just put on some fucking mass, put on some size and continuously just fucking pack it on. And then you create that foundation that your body locks into. If you only go through a couple months, your body's barely adapted and barely, gotten used to having that kind of muscle mass. So it's ready. Here's my opinion, but literally this is like what I see. People bulk for a couple months, then they go into a cut. Your body has not really solidified holding that kind of muscle on. So it's like, we're changing it. Okay, let's get rid of it. Like, okay, we're cutting now. But if you're doing it for a longer period of time and you're really like, your body is used to having this, and this is what we do, and this is what we are, and we got muscle on, we lift like this. When you start trimming and doing like a slow cut, your body is going to hold on to that mass more. It's adapted to it more. It's more used to it. Don't do any short cycles. Like with just like naturally, you're just going to fucking lose what you put on. It's hard to pack it on. I know it's a real thing. I know people do Kegels and stuff, but I'm not tying any weights to my dick. I don't know what the fuck that would be for. That was me. I burped. You're welcome. You could feel it, right? You could feel it just reverberating in your ears. Just manliness. Just fucking audio testosterone. How do you get rid of the lower belly bulge? Some women call it the fat pussy pocket. The fuck? The lower body bulge, proper nutrition, training, sleep, meditation, proper hormone balance, getting rid of all these hormone endocrine disruptors, all the colognes and perfumes and cleaners and Febrezes and all this shit that we just surround ourselves with. That's a great start. How do you get rid of it? That's so vague. I don't know what you're doing. You might be doing everything or you might be doing nothing, sitting on your couch eating Cheetos. How do I get rid of my fat stomach? Not saying that's you, of course, but you know what I'm saying. I can't see the difference between an I or an L, apparently. So what else? What do I know from just looking at a question? I want to lose weight and gain muscle. Don't we all? But I want to do a sport or activity since I have a hard time working out on my own. I can't do any major running sports due to my asthma. Got any recommendations? I have no idea what the fuck to tell you. You want to lose weight and gain muscle, but you want to do a sport because you have a hard time working out on your own. So you're going to do a sport on your own? Are you going to do a sport with other people? You're not going to build, then do a weightlifting sport. Get into like Olympic lifting or something. If you want to lose weight and gain muscle, but you want to do a sport, there's no sport that helps you do that unless you're lifting weights. So lift weights. You have a hard time working out on your own, so practice. Sorry, ain't romantic. You want to build muscle and lose weight, then you got to fucking lift some weights. And of course, I'm doing that yoga. Good shit. You never close your eyes anymore when I suck your titties. There's no tenderness. I'm just saying random shit. Okie Bikram yoga helps my asthma. Asthma. I always fuck that word up. Asthma. I did it on the day Ask Papa Swole like a week ago, and I was like, asthma. Asthma. I butchered it like 5 times. I'm like, fuck, you know what I'm talking about. And it's hard to breathe. Your burps give me energy. Dick gains. You guys are weird. Is this what happens on a Sunday night? I'll be honest, I kind of like it. What is your favorite coffee to buy and make at home? I do French press. I don't know. I mean, organic blends, organic coffee, single origin. You can get fancy, but I just kind of get, lately I've just been getting, what does Publix have? Pete's coffee. I just get a dark roast Pete's coffee. I don't get fancy coffee. I don't order my coffee online, and I don't need Death Wish or fucking hyper caffeinated coffee. I'm good with what I got right now. It's cool. But there's so many good coffees out there. To be honest, I think about so many other things. Now I'm just kind of like, okay, I get in the routine. Okay, that coffee, that's a good flavor for me right now. Cool. I'll drink that. And then boom, next. What are some good alternatives to 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine pre-workout? Good sleep, good food, drinking a cup of coffee. Do you drink it black? I do, or I make a bulletproof coffee. Either or. I've heard you mention the physique of CrossFit chicks. Can I obtain something similar to that naturally? Are you a chick? I don't even know what you are. Are you a man or a woman? D2H. I really don't know because it's just a YouTube screen name. A lot of CrossFit people are natural and a lot of people aren't. A lot of people in general aren't natural. You just don't know what they're taking. If they're taking a low dose of something, if they're taking SARMs, if they're taking any other kind of boosters and shit. Like you can take all sorts of stuff that doesn't get you fucking huge, but makes a big difference in your performance and your physique. You're a chick, bro. How the fuck am I going to know? How do I know? I see a little YouTube icon and your screen name says D2H. I don't know what you are. I wish I could invite you to coffee and teach me how to talk like a tough man. I don't know why, but that comment just sounded like that in my head. No, it's a chick. How much coffee do you drink in a day? A few cups. 20 to 30 ounces. A lot of coffee. Sometimes I don't finish it. You just, we just make a big fucking pot and then I just go through it. I don't always drink it all. I'm a dark roast fan too. Hells yeah. Fam, it is hot as a motherfucker in here. It's 80. I got 86 degrees in here, 86.2. I'm surprised I'm not sweating like crazy right now. But I need to hydrate. It's time for the sauna. Let's see. Still got some questions coming through, but I'm done. I'm good. I hope you are too. Oh, Instagram's going to end in 5 seconds. Stay with me, Instagram. I'm going to reboot it. So hold on. Let me share that. Hold on. I got to go live on Instagram again. Instagram only allows me. Yeah. All right. So Instagram only allows me to go live for an hour. So that's why I'm loading it back up, because I just want to do the outro and allow them to all come back in. You're welcome. Any lifestyle blogs coming? What do you mean? Vlogs or like an article? Ooh, crack. Oh, both sides. Oh, it's going to be good nights. Good luck. All right. So I appreciate that. Look, I love doing the Sunday Funday Q&A, Q&Anus. Sorry about that. And for those of you that are following me on Instagram, make sure I just posted another one earlier today, or like an hour or so ago, another question sticker in my story. So keep on answering those. I will answer them in my stories, and I'll use those also for other content and other things that I make. That way I can answer your questions in multiple different ways. But make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. So we do this every Sunday. It's just fucking Q&A all day. And of course, I try to take other questions other times, so you can follow me all those places and turn on your notifications. That way you know when I go live. But if you can't catch me live, you can always listen to the podcast anytime, anywhere. And you can go to swolenormousx.com and learn about all the places where you can subscribe. You can check out the blog. You can check out apparel and all that stuff. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 1122 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, pinch your nips, and I'll see you tomorrow for 1123 of the Sleaze. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Sleazio. Out.